I think it's time I told my story. The story of a witch and his monster. A wide-eyed child, I watched with wonder as my father penned ancient spells on scrolls. The ink dried and a tender spark lit inside my soul. A veneration deep inside echoes within my heart. I treasured that mystic knowledge which my father did impart. I cherished those early days of my little family. It was just my father, my mother, my brother, and young me. All was calm and gentle as the breeze until that beast with claws and jaws tore it up, shredded it, brought my family to its knees. This monster did not have a name, a face, or identity, just a mass of squinting, vivid eyes lurking in the shadows, a malicious entity. The beast loves the hunt, the chase, its prey. It snares you in its sickly grasp and paints your soul dull gray. Torments your mind until you are both desperate and afraid, until the spark and passion within is withered and decayed. It stalked my mom since she was young, they fought for many years, until the day it entangled her with hopelessness and tears. It drained all of her energy and her magic disappeared, till she couldn't carry on and off the witch's path she veered. It came after my brother next, his soul too young to bear the ways it twisted his magic and plunged him into despair. The tension boiled way too high until one fateful night, the monster controlled his every spell until our house ignite. Crackling flames and smoldering ash filled the starlit skies. The sound of the fire's roars deafened all my cries. It was that night my family split into our separate ways. My father vanished, my mom had passed, my brother somewhere remains. The monster stalked me next and watched my every move. It filled my heart with a sense of haplessness and doom. My family gone and with nothing left to prove, I let myself sink further down into despair and gloom. Still, I could not stay and let the beast have its sickly ways. From realm to realm I ran and hid until I got away. I settled in the realm between, a safe haven that I knew, to a little witch's cottage in which my mother grew. I stayed in bed for a few long months, too weak to do anything. The monster's influence lingered from the hunt, overwhelmed by everything. Then one day, within an abundant field of clover, I found someone just as sick as I, a fey creature with fur starry ochre and blue eyes like the sky. I brought it in and tended to the little creature true, until it healed and its powers came back all anew. Now it is my turn to care for you, the creature let me know. It gave me lots of tender care until my strength did grow. You cannot let the monster win, Clover insisted so. You must fight back using everything you know. Gathering my little strength, I set out on the task, to use my witch's training to go on the attack. I studied hard, I hit the tomes, I read each of my scrolls. I did my best to keep the beast from stopping all my goals. Until at last, one final day, I made a potion brew, which may release the monster's grasp and make me feel anew. I caught it one day within the shadows of the trees outside, slinking back and forth in a meekly way to hide. I left the safety of my house, determined through and through to face my monster face to face until it is subdued. It crept in close, its many eyes staring through my soul, but I refused to let its darkness thwart any of my goals. I aimed the bottle with expert care and threw it at full force. It hit its target, and through its inky body did the potion course. It stopped and blinked, confused at first at what was going on. Then a moment later, the monster's body did respond. It shifted and shrunk and melted away into something new, something smaller and more human-like from the magic brew. I stared my monster in the eyes into his human face. Perhaps there were little parts of him of which I could embrace. Regarding him, I realized maybe he would never go away, but in this form, maybe some little bits could stay. He bothers me from time to time, but not quite as horribly. Most of the time, I find that the monster simply lets me be. Now there is a lightness that I feel within my chest, instead filled with all my closest friends and the one that I love best.